Calling all Amazon Firestick or IPTV users for that matter. If you have downloaded a VPN on the Firestick, I'm going to go through my settings. It's a question I've had quite a lot. What settings are best to use? So I'm going to give you the settings that will give you the fastest speed. Now, of course, I've covered this in a video on my channel. It's pinned. If you want to check it out, the link is in that video, or it's on my bio on my TikTok page. You can get an exclusive offer with this. But if you're streaming, I strongly recommend getting one. First of all, once you're using that, you can also download the separate app, which is called the Kill Switch. It's a useful app to have because if your VPN drops, that will kill the connection. So first get that as well. Next one, as you can see, I am in London. If you want a faster speed, connect to a server that is closer to you. To change the server, you go down here. You've got the fastest option available. That will give you the fastest speeds. Obviously, if you want to unblock content in other countries or whatever, or even get cheaper flights, use the countries option to connect to another country. But bear in mind, the further you pick, the slower your speed is. Now, if we head on over to the settings cog, on the end there, we've got connect on Android startup. Bear in mind the Firestick doesn't reset, but if you've got an Android box or if you tick that on Firestick, it will always be on and always automatically start up. Now, in terms of the protocol, I use WireGuard. WireGuard is the fastest. You may see different speeds by selecting a different protocol, but I would recommend using WireGuard. If it's available, always use it. It's the newest protocol on most of the VPN services. If you want to run local networks outside on LAN access, you can enable it. However, split tunneling, this is useful if you've got apps that don't work with a VPN. For instance, BBC iPlayer, you can split tunnel. If you don't want that app to run on the VPN, whatever app you've got, so for instance, Amazon Kids, you could do iPlayer, Netflix, whatever. All you do is enable it, and then that will run outside the VPN, and it will then work on your device, so you don't have to keep disconnecting. That's also useful if you want to connect to a certain app straight away after connecting to a VPN. The status indicator is useful as well. It will tell you if the VPN's enabled. So head on over to Open Settings, and then head on down to Preferences, and go to Notification Settings. And then just make sure it's turned on IP Vanish as well. Another useful one is threat protection to block ads and trackers, although it may affect some of the streaming apps, so that's hit or miss, but it's up to you whether you turn on. And that's the best settings I use. That'll give you the fastest speed, and of course, before the offer finishes, all the links are in my bio on my TikTok, or check out my pinned video to show you how to set it up. Follow for more.